Hello everybody, this is Nordin with you again for new practice activities, of course meant to prepare you for the final exam, and it's language section, of course. As you can see, my lesson is divided into two parts. The first part is about the past perfect versus simple past, and the second part is about make versus do. And I'll start, of course, with past perfect versus simple past. Okay, as I'd like to remind you that both the simple past and the past perfect events or actions happen in the past. And to put it in very simple English, when two events happen in the past, one after the other, the one that happened first is past perfect, and the one that happened second is the simple past. For example, the boy apologized for what he had done. So the boy did something wrong first, and then he apologized second. Okay, so the boy apologized second for what he had done first. Okay, so let's move and do a few practice exercises. And for the first exercise, I'd like you to fill in the gaps with the appropriate verb from the list. Here is the first one. Before I came or I had come in, I put or I had put my cell phone on vibrate. Number 2. Aisha did or had done well in the exam last month because she revised or had revised for weeks. Okay, so look at the first one. What did I do before I came in this studio? What did I do first? That's the past perfect. So, of course, I had put my cell phone on vibrate. And then second, I came in this studio. So the sentence is, before I came in, I had put my cell phone on vibrate. Okay? So please do the same thing for number 2. So decide which one is first and which one is second. Okay? So what did Aisha do first and what did she do second? So what she did first is past perfect, and what she did second is simple past. So what is it? Very good, yes. So she had revised for weeks, and then she did well in the exam. And the sentence is, Aisha did well in the exam last month because she had revised for weeks. Okay? Let's move to number 3. Anne was late. By the time she got, or she had got, or had gotten, as you like, to the theater, the movie started, or the movie had started. Number 4. Who lived or who had lived in the house before we moved or had moved in 2 years ago? Okay? So look at number 3. What happened first? And what happened second? So, of course, the movie started, and then Aisha got to the theater, to the movie theater. So, the correct sentence is, yes, the movie had started already. Okay, and then Aisha got or arrived to the theater. And the sentence reads, Anne was late. By the time she got to the theater, the movie had started already. Okay, please do the same thing with number 4. And this is a question. So, what happened first? So first, somebody else lived in that house. And then we moved in. Okay, so the question is, who had lived in the house before we moved in 2 years ago? So somebody had lived in the house first, and then we moved in second. Number 5, I flew, or I had flown to France last year. It was my first flight. I never flew, or I had never flown before. Number 6, when I came, or when I had come home last night, the kids already went, or the kids had already gone to bed. Okay, so look at number 5. What happened first? Very good, yes, I had never flown before. And then last year I flew to France. So the sentence is, I flew to France last year. It was my first flight. I had never flown before. What about number 6? Which is first and which is second? Of course, the first one is past perfect and the second one is simple past. So, of course, the kids went to bed and then I came in. So the first thing is the kids went to bed. So we say the kids had already gone to bed. And then I came in, or I came home. So the sentence is, when I came home last night, the kids had already gone to bed. Okay? Good. Now let's move to the second exercise. And I would like you to put the verbs between brackets in the correct tense. Of course, the simple past or the past perfect. Here's the first sentence. When I get to the airport yesterday, I realized I forget my passport. Number 2, Dad worked in the company for 5 years before he retired in 1999. So, of course, as I told you before, the two actions or the two events should be in the past. And the time indicator, for example, in the first sentence is yesterday. So, what is it? When I get to the airport. So, what happened first? Getting to the airport or forgetting the passport? Of course, forgetting the passport is first. So, I had forgotten my passport, and then I go to the airport. And the sentence should read, when I got to the airport yesterday, I realized I had forgotten my passport. Okay? Now, look at number 2. What is the time indicator in sentence number 2? Yes, 1999. So, what happened first? So, Dad, of course, had worked in the company for 5 years before he retired in 1999. You work first and then you retire second. Number 3, Bob lived anywhere else before he moved to Madrid last summer? Number 4, J.D. Salinger, who died on January 29th, 2010, lived in seclusion for more than 50 years. And Salinger is a famous American writer who wrote his famous book, The Catcher in the Rye. Now look at number 3. Which is first? sorry, that's the time indicator. So, and what is first? Of course, is Bob lived anywhere else. And because it's a question, we say, had Bob lived anywhere else before he moved to Madrid last summer? Number 4, the time indicator here is 2010. So J.D. Salinger had lived in seclusion for more than 50 years, and then he died. Of course, you live first and you die second. So J.D. Salinger, who died on January 29, 2010, had lived in seclusion for more than 50 years. Number 5, Julie not watched the film with us last night because she see it before. Number 6, when the dessert arrived, Tim not be hungry, he eat too much. So number 5, the time indicator is last night. But which is first? Of course, yes, had seen the film before. So Julie had seen the film before, so she did not watch it with us. So Julie did not watch the film with us last night because she had seen it before. Number 6, the time indicator here is this verb arrived, yes. And so Tim had eaten too much. That's why he was not hungry. When the dessert arrived, Tim was not hungry, he had eaten too much. Now let's move to the third exercise, and I would like you to complete these sentences.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
Number 3, Bob live anywhere else before he moved to Madrid last summer? Number 4, J.D. Salinger, who died on January 29th, 2010, lived in seclusion for more than 50 years. And Salinger is a famous American writer who wrote his famous book, The Catcher in the Rye. Now look at number 3. Which is first? Sorry, that's the time indicator. So, and what is first? Of course, is Bob lived anywhere else. And because it's a question, we say, Had Bob lived anywhere else before he moved to Madrid last summer? Number 4. The time indicator here is 2010. So J.D. Salinger had lived in seclusion for more than 50 years, and then he died. Of course, you live first and you die second. So J.D. Salinger, who died on January 29, 2010, had lived in seclusion for more than 50 years. Number 5, Julie not watched the film with us last night because she see it before. Number 6, when the dessert arrived, Tim not be hungry, he eat too much. So number 5, the time indicator is last night. But which is first? Of course, yes, had seen the film before. So Julie had seen the film before, so she did not watch it with us. So Julie did not watch the film with us last night because she had seen it before. Number 6, the time indicator here is this verb arrived, yes. And so Tim had eaten too much. That's why he was not hungry. When the dessert arrived, Tim was not hungry, he had eaten too much. Now let's move to the third exercise, and I would like you to complete these sentences. The police arrested the burglar who? For example, what do you say here? The police arrested the burglar who had broken into Jack's office. Okay, so he had broken into the office first and then he was arrested second. Okay, so you do the same thing with number 2. We ate the apple cake. Which mom? What did mom do? She had made it. She had bought it. She had bought it at that new bakery, for example. So we ate the apple cake which mom had bought at that new bakery. Number 3, yesterday I received the letter which you, what did you do? Number 4, Bill told me about the city where he, so number 3, can you give me an example? For example, yes, I received the letter which you had sent me. Number 4, Bill told me about the city where he had spent his vacation, where he had lived, etc. Good, now let's move to the second part of this lesson, make versus do practice exercise. As you know, do and make can be confusing to many English learners because the verb make collocates with some words and the verb do collocates with other words. Okay, so please match the words that go together to make appropriate collocations. First set, make or do the housework, make or do an effort, make or do your hair, make or do friends. Okay? Because there is no clear rule, so it's just a matter of use. You have to use them regularly, you have to use them time and again so that you can remember them. Okay, so for example, make an effort, make friends, but we say do the housework and do your hair. Okay, you go to the hairdresser and you do your hair so you look beautiful. Number 2, make or do ends meet, make or do an exercise, make or do the dishes, make or do an excuse. Okay? So look at them for a few seconds and try to do the exercise. So what do we say? Make what? Yes, good. Make ends meet, meaning just to have enough money to live, to spend no more than what you have. And What else do we say? Make good, make an excuse. What about an exercise? Do we say make or do? Of course we say do an exercise. And the dishes, make or do the dishes, of course we say do the dishes. Number 3, make or do a favor, to do someone a favor or to make someone a favor. A promise, make or do a promise. Make or do noise. Make or do your best. Okay? A few seconds again. Okay. Are you ready? No, let's correct. So, what do we say? We say to make a promise, good. To make someone a promise. And then, to make noise. Yes, you make noise. If you make noise, you disturb people. And then, for favor, what do we say? Do we say to do someone favor or to make someone favor? Of course, to do someone a favor. And your best? Good. You do your best. You do what you can. Okay, number 4. Make or do coffee. Make or do money. Make or do a job. Make or do the shopping. Okay, look at them for a few seconds again. Okay. All right. Now, so what do we say here? We say make good. We say to make coffee. You prepare coffee, you make coffee. Okay, you make coffee, you make tea, you make couscous. And then money. What do we say for money? We say make money. Good, yes. To make money, to earn money, yes. And for a job, what do we say? Make a job or do a job? Sure, yes, we say to do a job, to do something, yes. And the last one, the shopping, we say to do the shopping. You go to the market and you go shopping, you buy things. Okay, good. Now let's move to the last exercise, and I would like you to fill in the gaps with make or do. And please make any necessary changes. You put the verbs in the past or in the present or ing form, etc. Okay? So, I like to my homework at night. Number 2, my teacher said I was some progress with English. So what do we say for homework? We say to do homework. I like to do my homework at night. Number 2, my teacher said I was doing or making? Good, making some progress with English. Number 3, a huge earthquake, so much damage in Haiti last January. And number 4, Dad's car broke down on the highway, but he did not have enough credit on his phone to make or do a phone call. Number 3, so what is it? Good, did. So to do damage. A huge earthquake did so much damage in Haiti last January. And number 4, Dad's car broke down on the highway, but he did not have enough credit on his phone to make a phone call. Good. Number 5, last night, Mom did or made dinner, and Dad did or made the dishes. Number 6, many people nowadays rarely read the papers. They only do or make the crossword and Sudoku. So, number 5, good, made dinner, did the dishes. So last night Mom made the dinner and Dad did the dishes. Number 6, many people nowadays rarely read the newspapers or the papers. They only do the crosswords and the Sudoku. Number 7, What do you make or what do you do for a living? Answer, I'm a teacher. Number 8, the secretary has made or has done a few spelling mistakes in the report. So, number 7, what do you do for a living? Of course, I'm a teacher. Number 8, the secretary has made or has done a few spelling. Of course, has made a few spelling mistakes in the report. That's all for today. Thank you for being with me. See you soon.